Right, cool. So, Sorcerer Quan, basically he's been completely changed. You guys know that already. He's been adjusted so that his trance, as Sorcerer, you don't have time to go for a spell anymore into a standing 3 because they can recover in time and punish you. So what you can do with Sorcerer Quan now is that you can confirm into Meter Burn Trance, which still retains the old plus frames, and then you can go into your old stuff. Now he's obviously set to reversal, the same way I test any Rune Trap. The Rune Trap used to be convert into this, NJP, standing 4, 1-4 trance, and then you go into this, and then you kind of constantly loop this, and then loop Meter Burn Rune over and over again into 1-4 Meter Burn Rune, 1-4 Meter Burn Rune. Meter Burn Rune can't chain into anything anymore by itself, so no more true block strings, and the trance has been nerfed. So the old school Rune Trap has been removed. However, there is a new Rune Trap, which I'm sure people know about it already. I'm doing this for the purpose of just people that have no idea about new Sorcerer. I've only just started playing Sorcerer again. This is like day one Sorcerer for me when it comes to post-patch Sorcerer Quan, because I've only just come back to the character. I've been using Sector pretty much the whole time. So the new Rune Trap will come from his Meter Burn Skull, which is still plus enough that you can run cancel. You can still Meter Burn Skull, and then, oh god damn it, come on. So you can still true block string this. You just gotta get, it's like a timing, it's a completely new timing, but it's actually not tricky either. There. So you can do that, and you can just loop that the same way you could before. The reason it's trickier is because you have to now run cancel the 1-4, which means less reps of it, and also less damage because it's a single hitting attack, not a double hitting attack like Meter Burn Rune. So the new Rune Trap will look like something like this. Go for the same conversion, hit confirm into Meter Burn Trance, go in for your chip spell, standing 3, 4-2-1-2 Meter Burn. Oh, we'll try that again. And now normally that's pretty much safe. It's safe against most characters in the game. It's just that Kung Lao is obviously exceptionally fast reversal with a big hitbox. So Reptile Slide will probably punish that. Sub-Zero Slide will probably punish that. Tempest specifically will be able to punish that just because of how big it is, the hitbox of it. But for the most part, you can't really punish 1-4-1. You just can't. So the new Rune Trap it's the same kind of deal, but you just kind of have to spend your resources slightly differently. So you confirm into Meter Burn Trance, go for your typical stuff as normal, and then you just do that, and then you loop it as long as you have it. For the 2-bar, I mean, this turns it into about, I guess it's a 3-bar, 60% give or take. And 2 bars, spend 1 bar on that, spend the second on this, into that. I mean, that turns it into a 2-bar, 50% guaranteed. And then let's also, the final thing to really talk about the Rune Trap in the corner is, what if the opponent decides to take the hit? What if they get hit by this? Can you convert off that the same way you could before? And you can. If you see the skull hit, you can just go 1-1-4 trance, jump back into 4-2, 1-2-2, and a quick 1-4-1, splat, armor, bam, they're still screwed. So basically, if they get hit by the Meter Burn Skull, you can still convert, and it's just like the old Rune Trap where if you're doing this, you have to be ready for it to connect, because if you see it connect, I mean, it's standing 1. I mean, it doesn't take much effort to... It doesn't take much effort to just see it, you know... It doesn't take effort to see to press standing 1, you know, that's it. So basically, that's the chip. The other element, to be honest, there's not even any point in me going on about the armor, because the armor is unchanged. The only difference with armor is that you can no longer manually recharge armor like you could before. It means that you have to do it as a setup now, where like if you do 1-4-1 into armor and they tick you, you have to try and make sure that the combo you do takes as long as physically possible, so that by the time you go for the next restand, like here, the armor's going to be back. So I'm going to the one thing I'm going to touch on in the armor is still set to reversal. So let's say someone just ticks you with the armor, because now you can no longer manually recharge armor. If it gets ticked, you have to wait the 5 seconds to get the next hit back. That is absolutely guaranteed now. There is nothing, you have to wait for the armor to come back. So you have to use it as a setup now. You can't just kind of use it in the neutral and go, right, I've just been ticked, so I'm now just going to give it back to myself with a stance change or whatever. You've got to wait. Which means in a setup, if you hit the opponent in the corner, I mean, this is all just corner stuff, but it all applies mid-screen. Let's say you go for a combo in the corner, and the opponent hits you. So let's just go for an easy knockdown. Bam, 141. Armour. Let's say he does something to tick the armour. I now have to make sure that the combo I do takes the longest amount of time possible. So when I go for the restand, oh, I think I made it last too long. But I'm just trying to sort of demonstrate one sequence where you have to do a specific combo now to use up just enough time that you can basically whatever you want to do. Let's go for the basic combo for trance, and then we'll do this again. So let's say he hits me. Okay, so if I do the restand now, I know that by that point, I have the other tick ready to go. And that's basically what's going on. I mean, that's just a very, very basic demonstration. There's obviously specific combos that you can do. And that's pretty much it. But it's just, you kind of have to time now how long your combo is going to take. So by the next time you go for the restand, your armor will be back good to go. The final element's going to be this. Obviously, this will drain loads. Special moves will drain tons of meter now, as you can see right there. I'm draining half bar, and there you go. I've taken away basically 2 bars just because I'm sitting in this. You can actually go for a similar situation in the corner. So this, I believe, on hit is I think neutral. They can't punish you on hit for going for this. They can't punish you on block for doing 4. That's also safe on block. This is unsafe on block, so it has to be on hit. So you can end a combo in this to be neutral. Maybe backdash, debate a poke into punish. And if they get the punish, they're obviously going to lose all their bar again. But for a setup purpose, let's say that we go for a similar hit to if I were going for the Rune Trap instead. But instead, I want to drain their meter and go for a guaranteed reset. So let's go into trance. Meterlessly, you could do neutral, maybe block a poke, and then catch them in the 50-50 like that. I'm going to turn him off reversal because he doesn't need to be on reversal for this final piece. So let's say meterlessly, he presses a button. I can't emulate this, unfortunately. So let's say, oh, goddamn, let's try again. Getting all my muscle memory back, spin bizarre. Let's say neutral, wait for a button, catch the 50-50, right? Just a basic combo. And then you'd go into like skull or something. I don't know what combo to do after that. But if you catch him off, if you catch this, you can do overhead into rune, into meter drain, back into like, you know, more meter drain, or you can just go hard knockdown off that if you want, which is another thing you can do. And you can spend a bar for the guaranteed 50-50, because bear in mind, it's still going to be safe. It's still going to be safe. So let's spend the bar. Let's go for the one other element of spending a bar on this. So now we're going to go for this. Restand. Bam. Guaranteed 50-50. Where if it hits, you can drain loads of bar again. And there you go. Take all their meter away. So, I mean, like, there's all kinds of things you can do. This is just some basic corner demonstration stuff. Obviously, zoning-wise, you can still zone with this, with the armor, but it's harder. Because if you take the tick, you have to wait 5 seconds, so the zoning purpose isn't as easy to get your armor back. And if you meter drain with this, I mean, if you can zone people massively with these skulls, and it takes a long time. So you can just go straight in for like this and let you zone. I mean, I've done a video on this already, but just kind of, I want to touch on the Rune Trap and all 3 spells in the corner. So that's basically just some of the new stuff that he can do, and I kind of wanted to touch on that just to save me having to kind of locally record it and do it again. I'm streaming to you guys. I may as well have demonstrated it to you and then the people on YouTube as well. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching that, and I'm going to crack on with the rest of the stream. Right, but that's pretty much